Indeed we do. Jamie found him this morning, and we've been checking every patch of shade near where he was left, and we have found him. He is a magnificent male leopard. Isn't he beautiful? He's also very hot like us, but unlike us, he can't sweat. So if he moves around too much in the heat, it can be quite bad for him. Now, Djuma is wondering, are leopards carnivores? Indeed they are, Djuma. So those little impala we saw earlier would be perfect for him to catch and eat. So he eats meat, so he's got to catch it, because out here there's no grocery store for the animals. They've got to go get their own dinner. Now, of course, the impalas are very fast, so they can be quite difficult to catch, and for every animal he chases, he only catches probably about 1 in 10. Now, he's just over 4 years old, and he's turning into a really beautiful, beautiful male leopard. Now, I've been watching him for nearly 2 years now. He is magnificent. Hey, big boy. Hi, Cameron. Cameron wants to know, do leopards climb trees? They can, Cameron. They're actually, out of all the big cats, they're the best tree climbers. They are able to take almost their whole body weight up a tree. So he probably weighs about 180 pounds, and he could probably take another 180-pound animal that he's caught up the tree with him. Fiona is wondering, what else do leopards eat besides impala? Well, Fiona, he eats all small to medium-sized antelope. So, and he, being a male leopard, can actually eat some big antelope, kudu, inyala, bushbuck, duiker, steenbok. He'll even go at baby zebra, baby wildebeest. So he's got quite a varied diet, but leopards are really adaptable. They'll also eat birds and snakes and fish. Oh, is he moving deeper into the shade? So when he moves like that, it means he's been lying in one spot for so long that the ground underneath him has got hot. So he's just trying to move to a slightly cooler piece of ground. Now, leopards normally hunt at night, but all predators are opportunists. So if something happened to wander up towards him, and Jerry was wondering about that. But if something happened to wander up here now, he would definitely, oh, look at those teeth, take advantage of it. So normally they hunt at night, but they will try at any time of the day if there's a chance. Now, Mrs. Ballard would like me to tell you guys what the difference is between a leopard and a cheetah. Now, apart from their build, leopards are actually quite a lot bigger or more muscular than cheetah. Cheetah are taller and skinnier and don't weigh as much and are not as strong. And also, if you look at the leopard's eyes, you'll see there's white or a pale color under the leopard's eyes, and that is to make sure that he can grab all the ambient light from around when he's hunting at night, whereas cheetah is more of a diurnal hunter, so they will hunt during the day. And also, if we look at his body, you can see there's lots of spots, but they're more rosettes, but a cheetah is completely spotted. So there we go. That is what a cheetah looks like. You see it's got black under the eyes. We can zoom a bit more there. So there we go. You can see the black under the eyes. And you can see a different shaped head, a much more round head. And more rounded ears, and you can see the body is far more streamlined, far more subtly built, so built for speed and not so much for strength. And as I said, the spot, when we look at him, he's got what we call rosettes. So he's got spots, and then he's got a darker color in the middle. So very, very different, and also very different. Leopards are mostly nocturnal. Cheetah are diurnal, or mostly actually crepuscular. Now, crepuscular is a wonderful word. It means most active at dusk and dawn. Now, what Mr. Quarantine, this leopard, is going to do is going to wait till it gets cooler before he moves anywhere. He's going to sit here in the shade enjoying a bit of a breeze, and hopefully for him the biting flies don't find him, because that's the only thing that might make him move in this heat. But while we sit here to see what he does next, let's go back to Jamie, who's out on foot. And next to one of our favourite leopards, Mr. Q. Now, he hasn't moved too far from where Jamie left him this morning, maybe about 50 or 60 metres. Probably trying to escape the biting flies. But resting up in the shade of a guarri bush. Now, Jamie said he looked like he was on a mission this morning, so hopefully he continues to mission as it gets a bit cooler. I don't think he's going to move too far for the next little while. Hi, Joshua. And Joshua's wondering how we tell the gender and age of leopards. Well, from his physical size, you can immediately see he's a male. We know his specific age because we know when he was born. He is one of Karula's successful litters, and he had a brother, a litter mate called Djuma. But Djuma has moved south of the northern Sabi Sands into the central Sabi Sands, whereas Quarantine has moved out to the eastern, but has stayed in the north. Now, I would have probably, if I hadn't known how old he is, I probably would have said he was a bit older. He's very big for his age. The fact that he's scent marking and putting pressure on his older half-brother, Shivambalan, already is incredible. And he is a beast for his age. But generally, you look at the size, you look at his face, you look at how many scars, tatters, you look at the ears, and on sort of male leopards over 6 or 7 years old, you've got a very defined dewlap. His dewlap isn't quite there yet, but it's getting there. Hey, mister. He's an incredible leopard. Very, very relaxed, and often not often, I mean in the past he's given us hours and hours of sensational viewing, even when he is trying to bite the biting flies back. For me, he's just always been a very active leopard in comparison to the others. I mean, even though it's hot, his head's up. Hello, Rebecca. Rebecca's wondering, do leopards come in black? Indeed they do, Rebecca. It's a very rare form of pigment or color variation. It's a recessive gene, and it's called menelism. So black panthers are actually black leopards, and they come from certain parts of India. They've been recorded, certain parts of Africa, not too far from here, up in the mountains, and in the rainforest of central Congo. I've actually seen a black leopard in the wild, in northern Zululand of all places, but I was quite young, but very rare. Now, even though they are black, you can still see the rosettes through the skin. Well, we're going to sit here and wait for Mr. Q to get on the move. While we do that, it seems like Commander Bond has repaired all his tyres. this flurry of excitement as quarantine was moving towards the cheetah plains pan, and he was just walking lethargically through the heat, and then he pounced on a little scrub hare. There we go. He's got the scrub hare now. Unfortunately, it did take him a little while to kill it, but he's now killed it. And that's what I mean. You never know what's going to happen next out here. He's busy plucking the hare at the moment. He hasn't really started feeding. Of course, a small meal like this, he is quite hungry at the moment. It's not really going to sate him much, so he might get on the move again as it gets cooler. He was on his way, we think, to go have a drink at the Cheetah Plains pan when he stumbled upon this poor, unsuspecting little scrub hare. When he first grabbed it, I initially thought it was a duiker. It was making sounds like a baby duiker or a baby steenbok, but as we got closer and we could see what was going on, we saw that it was indeed a little scrub hare. It seems to be quite a fluffy scrub hare by the amount of fur that's getting caught in his mouth. And he's doing quite a good job at plucking off all the fur. Now, for sensitive viewers, please, this can be sometimes a bit gruesome, especially with a smaller carcass. It can come apart quite quickly, and there can be quite a lot of blood and guts. So please be careful. If you don't like watching this type of stuff, now is the time to just go have a cup of coffee, or maybe change the channel for a few minutes. But unfortunately, this is nature. These leopards need to kill to eat and to survive, as much as the scrub hare needs to avoid at all costs to survive. You can see he's actually removed most of the fur incredibly quickly, so he should start feeding quite soon. So, with this very small prey like this, he's probably going to eat it whole. Tony would like to know, would the hare give him hairballs? Oh, excuse me, Tony. Thank you, Dave. Most definitely it would, Tony. It will give him hairballs. Most things a leopard eat will give them hairballs. So, hopefully he'll be able to get rid of them with not too much effort. So as I was saying, with a small piece of prey like this, he's probably going to eat everything, all the bones. There we go, you can see he's eating the head right now. He's taken the one ear off already, and with bigger prey, he'll normally go for the internal organs first, but with a small little thing like this, it's not going to last too long at all. So he might still go for a drink. There we go. It's now it is now a headless hare. So there, even though we often find most of the cats on bigger kills, they do constantly make these little kills like this, and they are complete opportunists. I mean, it's nearly 100 degrees Fahrenheit, and he still took that opportunity when it aroused. Just jumped onto it, and I'm afraid it was the end for the poor scrub hare. Hi AJ. Now on a small animal like this, AJ is wondering, will a leopard be able to digest the bones? Yes, I think most of the bones will be digestible. They're going to be quite soft and quite easy for a leopard to crunch into small enough bits. So yes, I'd say probably on bigger antelope, sometimes they're not going to be able to digest the bones. Any bit of bone that they're not able to digest is generally passed through and you'll find it in their feces. So it'll be on the Game Drive channel quickly. Andrew or Ephraim come in. Andrew, if you're copying, we've relocated quarantine. He's just caught a scrub hare just to the west of, to the east of Cheetah Plains Pan. Sorry about that, just letting the Cheetah Plains guys know they're just getting moving. So I said, now, that poor little scrub hare is a mere snack for Mr. Q, and he is still quite hungry, so he probably will hunt again this evening. But leopards are incredibly adaptable. They'll eat hares, they'll eat termites, they'll eat fish, they'll eat lizards. There's not much left. I mean, he's already nearly 50% through that poor little scrub hare. Afternoon tea. Now remember guys, this is happening live from South Africa. We're in the Greater Kruger National Park, 8.5 million acres of unfenced wilderness where these incredible creatures can wander free. And well, we're going to sit here. Hopefully he's going to head towards the Cheetah Plains Pan for a drink while we wait patiently. Let's go see what Jamie's up to. There he is. So he's already crossed our northern boundary of Cheetah Plains. And hopefully he'll be back in the morning. You never know. He is quite hungry. He is a magnificent animal. Isn't that gorgeous? So he's going to cross deeper into in coral, and we're going to make our way back towards those cheetah. So while we do that, let's go see how Commander Bond is.